Cool. Nath asks, can I play a Setite? No. Misha asks, can I play Lasombra? No. To give a more complicated answer to both questions, why we don't allow Setites. Personally, I don't like Setites, but there is an in-character reason for why they're not in the city. If you're really interested, try and find out for yourself. The answers are out there. There are characters out there that know why. But I'm the one who wrote the setting, so obviously I wrote it in for a combination of both in-character and out-of-character reasons. The reason I don't like them out of character is the Setites, I think, are dysfunctional. They're forced by the very doctrine of their clan to go out and fuck with other PCs and potentially ruin their characters. But at the same time, they have this entire separate, independent power structure that makes them so they don't really have to feel the consequences of their actions. So in game, they tend to turn into this set of characters who go around and gun for other characters, while it's very hard for them to ever to be at risk for their actions, until eventually, if you have them around long enough, which you tend to because they never get involved in things which might get them killed, you have these high XP set of independent characters who run around and are literally obligated to go fuck with people. And they turn into a load of assholes that you have to displace, and I don't want to be set in the position where for the good of the game I have to get rid of a bunch of high XP characters just because, you know, their very nature fucks things up. On the question of why you can't play a Lasombra anti-tribu, and it's not just Misha, it's anybody. According to the source material, there are maybe a dozen Lasombra antis, maybe 2 dozen in the entire World of Darkness. There's not many out there. And because of this, they are paranoid as all hell. Most of them are in Europe, because why would they go to America that has all these strongholds for the Sabbat in it, where the Sabbat are extremely weak in Europe? And the other reason is they would never tell anyone. So you'd have to come up with a reason to play one. You have to come up with a reason for them to be in America at all, and also be in Corsica. Also, the very fact of the matter is that a PC can't keep its mouth shut. They want to tell their secrets. And, you know, I can't really blame them. It makes for good roleplay. And a good Lasombra anti is usually not social with other kindred, and certainly never makes what their real clan is known. And if, just by being a PC and not being able to keep their mouth shut, a player who was given a Lasombra anti, it got out that he's a Lasombra anti, I would be obligated as a storyteller in order to maintain things to send wave after endless wave of Sabbat after them until they are dead, or until the Lasombra, true Lasombra, have, you know, absolute evidence that they're dead, or something like that, and then they could never show up. Even if they managed to fake their death, they could never show up in New Corsica again because the Sabbat would be watching. So it would really be a shitty situation. So in general, there's not enough of them to justify the sheer number of Lasombra anti-tribu I've seen in online games, and just games in general over the years. They're kind of like, they're about as rare as Salubri, and you should almost never see one. And you'd have to come up with, I mean, even if they come up with a great reason, a great concept, ultimately I'd be forced to either kill or run off the character. So they really don't make good PCs. I won't say I'll never approve one. You know, magic might happen one day, but you're probably not it, whoever you are.